These guys train a little bit differently now, and I think what you're seeing in most of these, the expectation wasn't that you were a massively big guy. These guys are big guys right now. Right?
We are building the perfect goalkeeper, not specifically Thibaut Courtois from Chelsea, although he was pretty good, but we are looking for the best attributes in the perfect goalkeeper alongside our perfect goalkeeper, World Cup veteran and former MLS MVP, Tony Meola. Tony, you ready?
I'm ready to roll. Yeah, they gave me a couple categories, so we picked some names and see. This is like a Build-A-Bear type thing.
Yeah,
here.
We're gonna get to it. All right, so just so you guys know the roadmap, there are 8 categories: distribution, reaction time, big time saves, presence, calming factor, intimidation, 1v1, and making it look easy. Going straight to distribution, who's your perfect goalkeeper in that?
Distribution for me is Ederson at Manchester City. Left foot, I've said for years, this is the best long passer in the entire world at any position whatsoever. Better than Virgil van Dijk, better than any. This guy can hit a ball on a dime 80 yards. So Ederson, distribution, this was an easy one.
Yeah, and he makes it look so nonchalant too. He just kind of just looks down
something
effortless,
about lefties,
right?
That just always looks better for some reason. I don't know why.
All right, reaction time.
Reaction time. I went with David Raya at Arsenal. And if you go back last year, there were a couple of double saves. One off a penalty kick, one off. He pushed off the post and got up and made a save. His reactions for me are amongst the best in all of world football. He did have a few gaffes at the end of the season, but when we're talking about pure reaction, he gets the nod.
Big time saves.
Big time saves. We showed a couple of them in the promo there. Donnarumma. We saw him in Champions League. And look, I put him in my top 5 last year, and we did top 5 goalkeepers, and everyone yelled at me. I think you might have been up here when we did that.
And I yelled at you.
You yelled at me as well.
Not this season, the season before.
Yeah, but I was looking at what I know you're getting out of goalkeepers in the end. Donnarumma, big time saves. When you need a big one, he can come up with it.
All right. Presence.
Presence. This for me is another one of the easy categories. We're still seeing it here in the Club World Cup. Manuel Neuer. When he's on the field, there's just something about him. Yes, he's getting a little older. Yes, maybe the reactions aren't exactly the same, but he still plays high off of his line. He still makes big plays for Bayern. He'll continue to do it this year. He's a captain. When you talk about standing in a goal and having this factor where you're like, man, I know the guy behind me is going to take care of me. Manuel Neuer has been doing for quite some time.
What a goalkeeper, revolutionary in his position.
It's some good guys up here, by the way.
All right. Calming factor.
Calming factor.
What do you mean by calming factor?
Calming factor, when you look, a guy doesn't look rattled ever. Now, there were 2 guys in this category, and that's why we have 8 categories instead of 7, because I couldn't really decide. We'll get to that in a second. But when you watch Thibaut Courtois, guy's been in Champions League finals. Does he ever look rattled to you?
No.
No, he's always calm. He's always making plays, and he's got that same look. I feel like if he's sitting at the dinner table, he has the same look as if when he's playing in a Champions League game. So he's got that calming factor. And of course, this year we talk about Real Madrid. He certainly wasn't the problem, but he exudes that for me.
Yeah, and especially at times Real Madrid, maybe they concede 1 or 2 shots this season, or even previous seasons, you know he's going to make that save.
Yeah, he's been doing it for quite some time.
Intimidation.
I'm going to give you one guess. Intimidation. What I was thinking about is a guy who is in your face, a guy that's yapping all the time, a guy that when you need a big save, you make a big save, a big imposing figure. I gave you all of that. Who'd you think I came up with?
This is sounding very much like Dibu Martínez.
Martínez, that's your guy, right? A guy, of course, I love this picture, by the way. Yeah, there's the live version of it. But this guy, there's something about him. I think he actually, for everything that he's done, I actually think he's underrated for his goalkeeping ability because of all the other things that he does. But pure intimidation in the categories I gave you, that's why I came up with Dibu Martínez.
Can that work aversely?
If you don't know how to control your emotions, he clearly knows how to control his emotions, right? So this I think is what fuels him, right? Where like if a Thibaut Courtois does this doesn't fuel him.
Right.
Yeah.
1v1 ability, next category.
Yeah, another one, Marc ter Stegen. Maybe an unhappy goalkeeper right now with his position at the club and how it ended at the end of the year, and didn't get a chance to play in Champions League. But if you watch him, he's the one that's kind of mastered that star save. When you come out and you spread your legs and you have your arms up, he's really quick off his line. Seen him do it for years. So Marc ter Stegen, 1v1, he's your guy.
We got 2 German goalkeepers, right? That's the strongest nationality here.
I believe so.
Making it look easy.
Yeah, and this is why we had 7 categories. When I thought about the calming one, it was between Alisson and Courtois. Right, Alisson is another guy. He's not flashy. He doesn't look athletic in the way that he goes about his business, because he makes all of these saves look easy. Right. He doesn't make anything look complicated, and I think that's an art for goalkeepers, right? Where you take a hard situation and you make it look easy. Of course, at his club, he was one of the key factors. He came in after Virgil van Dijk in order to. Oh, he gets the headshot here for this one as well.
He makes it look easy.
He makes it look easy. Yeah, and he is. We could have called it calming, but I love the way that he plays. I love his presence on the field. He could have been in a couple of these categories, but Alisson certainly had to be on this list. So when you put them all together, this is what it looks like.
This is your perfect goalkeeper. Incredible. Quickly, Tony, what was the difference between the goalkeepers in your era and goalkeepers now?
Well, of course, the opportunity that they have to play with their feet, right? And that was something I loved doing when I played. But yeah, these guys train a little bit differently now. And I think what you're seeing in most of these, the expectation wasn't that you were a massively big guy. These guys are big guys right now, right? It's become sort of a trait that coaches and managers are looking for.
Yeah. Tony Meola here, talking like he's not big. He'll eat you up for lunch in one bite. Sheesh. The perfect goalkeeper with our perfect goalkeeper, Tony Meola.